Hello, peers parents. Welcome to our week 9 session. So this week, now that we've started engaging with peers and we're starting to have get-togethers, we're starting to participate in activities with peers, we're going to talk about some rules for good sportsmanship. So, we're going to talk about why it's important to be a good sport when playing games and sports. What are some ways that might be bad sportsmanship, and what are some things that might be good sportsmanship. This session on Friday is going to involve a lot of videos and watching role plays and then practice. So today's slide for you guys is not too long, so I'll just run through it quickly, and then we'll review the parent handout to highlight the things that you are going to really need to know and to help with. So we're going to review, these are just a bunch of different videos talking about good sportsmanship. So I'm just going to pass through those. I'm going to link all of these videos. I'm going to try to link all of these links of these videos in your parent email that I'm going to send to you this week so you can review them. This was a request that we had last week, and we discovered that we were able to share them with you. So I'm hoping we can do that again. So I'm going to link these to the email that you're getting this in, along with your parent handout. So please, if you want to review these, take the time to review them. It just, there were little role plays that are giving examples of all of these rules of how to be a good sport and showing the participants, how it looks in real life. We're also going to take time to practice this so they see how it goes and they get time to practice being a good sport, because sometimes we might be making mistakes and being not so good sports. So these videos go through, good examples and bad examples. So if you would like, please take the time to review those, because that's mostly what we're going to be spending our time on Friday. So, don't be a cheat, don't be a referee, don't be a coach, don't be overly competitive. Help and show concern if someone gets injured. Suggest a change of activity if you're bored. Don't be a bad winner, don't be a sore loser. Right, so it's good to praise, share and take turns, play by the rules. We'll review all of this. It's in your parent handout. Highlight the importance of, going with the flow. At the end of games, say good game. We're going to have more videos, and then we're going to take the time to practice. So as you see on here, we're going to practice as many of these as we have time for. So please take these ideas home, review your parent handout, and practice these at home as well. We have some game ideas, so we've got a few different games here that we can select from. We won't have time to play them all, but we're going to try to play a game as a group and practice that good sportsmanship in an environment where they're actually engaging in a game. And that is pretty much our lesson. So basically, the review of the videos and the practice and the playing some of these games is going to take up most of our session. I'm going to switch this over now to the parent handout. Hopefully I can do that quickly. There we go, okay. So here's the parent handout, and so this is what it highlights. It really just highlights the rules of good sportsmanship. So you have this here. Please review this with your participants. So any opportunity that comes up in the next week following your session, it's going to be a part of the homework to practice good sportsmanship anytime you can. So anytime your participant is engaging in an activity with peers, maybe you want to organize a game at home within the family to practice this, we're going to talk about these skills and practice these skills and highlight them. So ways to praise your friends. Here's some words that they can learn to use. Nice move, nice try, nice shot, good job, high five, thumbs up, fist pumps. Some general rules: don't be a referee. So nobody likes to be called on. Peers don't like to hang out with people that boss them around. So we have examples in those videos of what this looks like. Don't be a coach. So unless someone's asking for help, let's not give advice. You're going to seem bossy. Share and take turns, like don't be a ball hog if you're playing a sports game. Share the controller if you're playing video games. Otherwise, the other people won't have fun if you're not sharing and taking turns. Sometimes we get bored and that's okay. If we're getting bored, we're going to learn to suggest a change instead of saying I'm bored. You don't want to look like a poor sport. And don't gloat if you win, right? Act like winning's not a big deal. We'll talk about if you gloat, it makes the other person feel bad. They might not want to play with you again. We're going to avoid sulking or getting angry if we lose. So our get-togethers, we're suggesting that they're activity-based, so games are always a great way to engage in activities during a get-together. So we're going to be doing a lot of those likely. So if you lose, make sure you know how to be a good sport by not sulking or getting angry. It just makes you look like a poor sport. And at the end of the game, just we're always going to say good game. Shows that you're a good sport and makes the other person feel good. So you have these in this handout. Please take the time to discuss them. So if you are organizing a get-together, this is your #1 homework assignment here in the homework assignment. So hopefully you are organizing a get-together. If you didn't get to last week, try to do that again this week. And maybe prior to the get-together, when you're planning it out, review these rules of good sportsmanship, really highlight it, and then you guys can discuss it afterwards. How did it go? Did we follow any of these? So #1 homework assignment, like I said, is to have a friend over for a get-together. And then practice all of those steps to organizing a get-together, what you're supposed to do during the get-together, how you end a get-together. So we're going to ask that you make an out-of-group call with whoever you'd like to have a get-together with to set up that call. During that call, trade information, find common interests, so then you can generate an idea for the get-together. Decide what you're going to do during the get-together. We're going to ask that parents, if you can, if it works out and your get-together is in your home, monitor the get-together from a distance. So still allow room for independence. This is their chance to be independent in their social skills and to practice these skills on their own, but still be close in case you do need to intervene. Remember, the activity should be activity-based, so there's something arranged that they can do. And follow these rules of trading information. Remember, limited if it's a first get-together to approximately, it says 2 hours here, 1 hour is fine. Just keep it short and have an end time so that we know that it's coming to an end, especially if we don't know that person yet, depending on the activity. And then as we get to know the person, like we said in our last session, you can start to have longer get-togethers. So during the week when you get time, second homework assignment is practicing being a good sport. So this is just what we talked about today. So let's take opportunities to practice this. So this could be done during the get-together. If you're playing video games or if you're out to sports, you can organize this at home if you're engaging with family over the weekend. And as I said earlier, discuss this. And if you weren't around during the day, ask your participant, did you have an opportunity to be a good sport? How did it go? Continue to practice slipping into conversations between at least 2 peers. So again, any opportunity that you get, and make sure this is a skill that you're practicing with people that you already know. We're not practicing slipping into random strangers' conversations, but just joining conversations with 2 or more people. So whether it's family members or you're at an activity or at school, we're going to continue practicing those. So continue discussing when you have a conversation. Did you have a chance to slip into a conversation? How did that go? And did you get a chance to slip out? How did that go? Did you remember the rules? So we're just, reviewing all of these skills that we've learned. And then we're going to ask that we bring another game. We didn't really get time to play the game, and we do have some backup games today. Backup games for Friday. Last week we didn't get to play the games that they had, but it's always good to just have them think of a game and bring one. It just gets your ideas flowing as well for when you do have get-togethers. And we do take time during the sessions to at least discuss the game and what the game's about and how we could play it as a group if we were to have a get together. And if we do have time, we will try to play a game. This week, we're likely going to play one of the ones that we have already in our session slides. But if someone brings a better one, we might try that. And that is the homework for this next coming week following our session on Friday. So all about good sportsmanship. As always, if you guys have any questions prior to the session on Friday, please feel free to message Bethany and I. And if not, we will see you all in the parent meeting at 11:30 Pacific time. The link is in the email at the bottom as usual. See you Friday.